Hello. This is Antje from Byte Shuffle. Thank you for always watching our videos. This time, I've put together a guide on how to navigate the Nadu Combo matchup when playing Doomsday, as well as how to approach sideboarding. There's also a link to the pile breakdown video in the description, so feel free to check it out. Here is the deck list we will be using this time. I think it's a keepable hand, but since Wasteland from the opponent could mana screw us, I'm going to mulligan. Put Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. I'm digging for Doomsday. I stack Ponder, Brainstorm, fetch land, then draw. I'm digging for Doomsday. I stacked Thassa's Oracle, then Personal Tutor. I'm digging for a disruption spell. I stack Street Wraith, Dark Ritual, Daze, then draw. I completely misjudged this situation. I thought Sylvan's Safekeeper was there to protect Nadu from spot removal. I'm going all in. From here, I'll increase the mana needed for the combo. I'll counter it with Force of Will. In hindsight, it's obvious, I learned that Sylvan's Safekeeper can do something similar to Nomad's en-Kor. I'll counter it with Force of Will. Since there's a 4-point clock, I only get one more draw. The earlier mistake turned out to be fatal, and winning from here looks pretty hopeless. I think they have more removal than copies of Endurance, so I'll set up a Brainstorm pile and hope they don't flip anything relevant. I made a pile of Thassa's Oracle. Consider Edge of Autumn Lion's Eye Diamond Brainstorm. And this is where the adventure comes to an end. Before sideboarding, I'd like to review the list we used. First, the conclusion. I will explain it step by step. These are the cards from the Nadu combo that affect Doomsday. First, there are cards like Force of Will, Consign to Memory, Force of Negation, and Veil of Summer. Against these, I bring in Flusterstorm and Duress. In exchange, I cut or trim cards like Personal Tutor and Cabal Ritual. Next, let's talk about Green Sun Zenith. The opponent can search for cards that are strong against our counterspells, like Allosaurus Shepherd or Delighted Halfling. Some players also run Teferi Time Reveler. To deal with those, I'm bringing in a Long Goodbye, though it's mostly just a small consolation. Since the opponent is a creature combo deck, a Long Goodbye can also be used just to buy some time. Next, let's talk about Endurance. Against this, I bring in Vision Charm. Vision Charm can mill the opponent back to 0 cards after they fix their pile with Endurance, or use the phase-out mode to deal with Disruptor Flute. I'm also adding Nihil Spellbomb. This only works as an answer to Endurance, but it can also be used as a pile opener. If the opponent casts Endurance in response to our Thassa's Oracle trigger, we can activate Nihil Spellbomb targeting our own graveyard to play around it. If we don't have Vision Charm or Nihil Spellbomb in hand, we can play around Endurance by doubling up on Thassa's Oracle. Another option is to make use of Quantum Riddler. By raising your blue devotion to 4 on the battlefield, you can get past endurance. In exchange, I'm taking out Daze. That's because the opponent's mana creatures make Daze lose its effectiveness very quickly. I'm looking for a faster hand, so I'll take a mulligan. Put Lion's Eye Diamond on the bottom. I'm looking for either a land or a disruption spell. Surveil's effect leaves it on top of the library. I'm going all in. From here, I'll increase the mana needed for the combo. Just in case, I'll cast Brainstorm to look for any disruption. I stacked Doomsday, then Quantum Riddler. I'll counter it with Force of Will. I'm casting Quantum Riddler for its warp cost. If they try to remove it, I'll cycle Street Wraith to make sure I draw 2 cards. I'll use Discard to check what's ahead. I took out Carpet of Flowers. The opponent has 3 mana available, so they can hardcast Endurance. Since Quantum Riddler is in the warp zone, I'll use it together with Dark Ritual in my hand as a pile opener. If the Riddler survives, my blue devotion increases, making it easier to play around Endurance. If removal targets Quantum Riddler, I'll use Lion's Eye Diamond and Street Wraith to connect into Thassa's Oracle for the win. Next, let's consider the case where Quantum Riddler survives. The next biggest threats after Endurance are Consigned to Memory and Disruptor Flute. I'll include Vision Charm in the pile to play around Disruptor Flute. I'll put 2 copies of Thassa's Oracle in the pile to play around Consigned to Memory. I made a pile of Thassa's Oracle, Vision Charm, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Lion's Eye Diamond. I activate Lion's Eye Diamond on the pile opener stack. I win with Thassa's Oracle. I'm looking for a faster hand, so I'll take a mulligan. No lands in this hand, so I'll take a mulligan. Put Brainstorm and a dual land on the bottom. I'll use Discard to check what's ahead. I took out Force of Will. Surveil's effect sends it to the graveyard. I'm going all in. From here, I'll use Discard to check what's ahead. I took out Force of Will. I'll increase the mana needed for the combo. To play around Endurance and Consign to Memory, I'll put 2 copies of Thassa's Oracle in the pile. Since the opponent has Consign to Memory in hand, I'll include Duress in the pile. For the pile opener, I went with Brainstorm this time, but Street Wraith might have been fine too. I don't think the opponent's running Wasteland, but just in case, I put Cavern of Souls in the pile. Probably unnecessary, though. I made a pile of Thassa's Oracle, Duress, Cavern of Souls, Brainstorm. Using the pile opener to start drawing through the pile. I stacked Cavern of Souls, then Thassa's Oracle. I'll use Discard to check what's ahead. I took out Consign to Memory. I'll counter it with Force of Will. I win with Thassa's Oracle. Thank you for watching up to this point. I apologize for the many play mistakes. I hope to improve at MTG together with everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. See you next time. This is Antya.